Good day, everybody. This is my 2000 DR650 that is currently for sale. It's been converted to a 790cc bike using the ProCycle 790 kit. Currently, it's in the lowered state. It is normally an inch higher than this, and I can lift it by the inch before the next buyer buys it. Just a quick overview. It's a pretty custom bike. Like I said, it's got the DR790 kit from ProCycle. Barnett heavy-duty clutch in there as well. That's a TM40 pumper carburetor. Warp 9 Supermoto rear with a 2.5 by 19 in the front with some really wide tires. We'll get to the windshield in a little. Some auxiliary lights, LED, low power consumption, bark busters. This is actually a seat off of a DL1000 V-Strom. Custom made that to fit with the Pelican case here to hold little odds and ends. Fit a wall in there, tall pass, something like that. Heated grips, HID headlight, does have a headlight on-off switch here when you're off-road. Heating high and low, the switch on. The bike has 31,704 miles on it and will probably be increasing day by day. IMS tank, 4.8 gallons with the manual fuel valve, K&N air filter, skid plate, exhaust wrap, custom rotors front and rear, new chain replaced about 10,000 miles ago, the foot peg extenders here for passenger, makes it pretty comfortable. Wolfman Gen 2 racks. This is a custom built tool tube that I built. Holds everything in here. I have tire irons, air pump, tire repair kit, the entire toolkit for the bike, first aid kit, stock light, Hayabusa muffler with the Kindtech bracket and mid pipe. Rear tires are 150 by 70 by 17. There is some scratching here. That was from when I first lowered the bike. One of my screws, this one right here, or bolts holding the rack in place, did scratch the tire. I am still riding it. It's not too deep. It may be of concern to you. It hasn't really concerned me. Again, rear rotors. You can see the pads right here. The ProCycle locking nut. That's on the later model DRs. 12-volt outlet here. It's always powered. Another 12-volt outlet up here. It is switched. I use that when I'm using my iPhone. Stock mirrors. Stainless steel brake lines. The rear shock was upgraded to 8.3, and the strut was refilled with new fluid about 5,000 miles ago. Took all the old fluid out, cleaned out the entire inside, new fluid, new nitrogen from a aircraft repair shop. The front, I have the Recore intimidators in there on the bottom, as well as newer progressive springs from Progressive Suspensions. They work pretty well. Bike handles really nice compared to what it was. This is all in a bedliner finish, the whole bike. The tank is not the tank, it's the stock gloss. You can't really paint these tanks since the plastic will leak the fuel vapors and comes through. Stock signals. Now, if this bike has 30+ thousand, it does have some wear. There is some, light rusting here. There is some wear along points where you normally should see wear. The bike has been ridden. It's not a garage toy, and I have enjoyed riding it all the time. I did recently buy a new bike, and Just can't have two. Don't need to. Valves were done when the engine was done. The engine was done approximately 1,500 miles ago, 1,000 miles ago, somewhere around that mark. Valves have been checked and set. The neutral sending unit was also checked. Tightened up those screws, put some Loctite on it, was all set. Along with the bike comes 3 cases. Oh, to the windshield first. This is my custom windshield. I'm 5'8". Works great for me. It's a laminar lip windshield as well as the C. Bailey's commuter windshield. Bolted together. You can see the 4 bolts here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can take them apart if need be. The C. Bailey's one was covered with this vinyl to basically just cover some of the screw holes that were made from drilling it and experimenting with it. And I personally like the look of it better. Everything's on wing nuts, so it all comes off pretty easy, and it just bolts right here. So you can see, just like that, the 4 of them. There is a picture on the website, on the for sale ad on Adventure Rider with it with the windshield on, something like that. Comes up pretty high. It is below my line of sight, and it does throw the air right over my helmet, so it's great for even my passenger too, who's 5'7". No, I'm sorry, 5'5". Puts the air right over her, even with the dual seat, the dual platform seat. Look with the windshield. For the top case, it's a Givy 42-liter. I don't have the bracket on here, the mounting plate that will be put on here. That's currently on my other bike. I'll put it back on here prior to selling it, so you get a kind of a look of it. Just your standard top case. It does hold 2 full-face helmets fine. I can get 1 full-face helmet in and my jacket. Also included are my 2 Pelican cases. Pelican lookalikes. They're actually Seahorse cases. Same specs as the Pelican, except a little bit cheaper. These are about 15 by 12 by 5 or 6 deep. Hold a decent amount, and that's my hand in there, you could see. Plenty of room. I have these mounted on with wing nuts as well, on all 4 corners. They keep everything pretty much set. Mount right to the rack. And as you can see from the back view, it's about how big they make it. A little bit smaller picture back there. Well, not too much bigger. On the other side as well. Like that. I like to use the wing nuts because everything comes off nice and easy if you want to go off-roading with the bike. You take the entire thing apart and make it look like this in a matter of 2-3 minutes. Taking off the windshield and the cases, all 3 cases. I figure I should start the bike as well. Turn on here. Headlight on-off switch. Flip that on. See the blue light comes on. HID turns on. Turn that off. HID will shut off. But if you flip the high beam switch, it will turn back on. This way, if you have to flip it on real quick while you're on the trail, you don't have to reach for the actual switch here. And the LED lights, 1, 2. That's the 3 of them on. And you have these 2 running lights on the side. Lots of light on this little guy. Choke, full up. Choke is handle mounted. Key on.